Hello and welcome back to the third episode of the Pokemon HeartGold Randomizer Nuzlocke. Let's get things started with a quick team recap. We have Nidoqueen with Plus, Scratch, Tail Whip, Double Kick, and Poison Sting. We have Aggron with Own Tempo with Tackle, Harden, Mud Slap, and Headbutt. Remoraid with Suction Cups with Water Gun, Lock On, and Psybeam. Flaaffy with Aftermath with Tackle, Growl, Thunderstep, and Thundershock. And Leafeon with a very good clear body ability with Tail Whip, Tackle, Helping Hand, and Sand Attack. We also have that egg that we're going to keep in our party for right now, just because it can hatch into anything if I did do the randomizer correctly. The plan for today's episode is to make our way to the next town, but to do that there are a few obstacles in the way. We have a couple routes and a cave that we have to get through, as well as the ruins of Alph. I did some off-camera leveling up, so you'll notice in my party, Nidoqueen is at 15, Aggron at 13, 12 for Remoraid, and 11 for Flaaffy and Leafeon. So pretty decent levels, we should be fine for at least the next couple routes. And I saw that the ace for the next gym leader is level 17, so we will have to be careful not to over level. We have to be at level 17 or below, so just for that I'm going to make sure not to use Nidoqueen as much. We'll go to a Pokemon like Aggron that has Headbutt, which should be pretty good for us to use on a lot of Pokemon, as long as it's not a Ghost type. We're going to quickly check through each of these different places to make sure there's no items or any NPCs that are going to give us anything. I think it's worth a quick check. Items can be very useful in Nuzlocke, so might as well play it safe and see if there's anything we can find. We did get our encounter before already here. Talk to everybody, and I will use speed up for this part for the parts of this, like for games, just because a lot of encounters, a lot of dialogue, and since I don't have any repels, I might as well speed it up. I don't really need to fight any of these Pokemon for experience because I did that off camera. Alright. Nothing so far. Just a bunch of statues. I think it's a Rhydon. If you click on them, do they tell you anything? It says it's a replica of an ancient Pokemon. It looks like Rhydon to me. Not entirely sure. Okay, so there's nothing in this ruins. So we'll head back upstairs through the ladder and check the other house that's in this place and see if there's anywhere else we can go. Alright, yeah, that definitely looks like Rhydon. Kinda looks like Nidoking as well, but I don't think it is. Got this house right here. Talk to all these people in here real quick. I feel like it looks a little bit different here. It almost looks like there's like an outline surrounding the NPCs. Got this guy who's surprised to see us but doesn't want to give us anything. Anywhere else we can go in this town? We went inside here. Can't get over there unless we know Surf. So yeah, looks like that's all we can do. Check for hidden items here real quick. We did find an item. We found a zinc. Not too bad. Alright, let's make our way to the next route. And I'm going to check to make sure that we already got this encounter. I believe we did. Route 32. Yep, we got it with Flaaffy. Just want to double check and make sure so I don't miss out on any encounters. As always, if I ever do, please make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. There's also a question of the day posted at the bottom of the screen. If you want to answer that, feel free to. This guy is giving us a Miracle Seed, which is going to be amazing for my Leafeon. Not right now, but once it learns a Grass type move, which should be somewhat soon. That should be in this one right here. And give this to Leafeon. Awesome. We still have that fossil we need to use at some point. Not sure where you revive that. Please let me know in the comment section if you do know where I revive that, because we can get another encounter that way. And instead of skipping all these trainers, I'm just going to use speed up and fight them, just so that we get as much money as possible. And there is our good old friend Minun that we very sadly lost in the last episode. Aggron's gonna be a really good Pokemon for us right now. Headbutt does a lot of damage, has a chance to flinch. Alright, Goldeen, type advantage with Flaffy. Switch on out. And hopefully none of these Pokemon have any broken abilities that are gonna mess us up. So far so good. Level 12. Alright. I'll also have to make sure to get some money as well, because I noticed we're low on money, but we've been sending part of it away. Grab this item over here real quick. Glad we didn't get a Sunflora. Much rather have a Flaffy. Let's go down this way. Fight every trainer possible, just so we can get as much money as we can, so we can buy Pokeballs and potions and healing items and all that good stuff. Alright. Kadabra. Shouldn't be too difficult to take down, there we go. Alright, she wants to add us to the Pokegear. Sure, why not? Alright, let's check over here. It might just be fishermen down here. Jumpluff. Double fisherman. Another one. There's just a separate way to go. Okay, yeah. There's two ways we can go. I'm gonna go down the other way to see if there's any items that we can grab. Milotic would have been amazing. I would have loved that. So we do have a Flaffy that will turn into an Ampharos at some point if we are fortunate enough to have him around that long. Alright, another trainer battle. Another one Pokemon, a Piplup this time. Use our type advantages, go out into Flaffy. Thundershock. One more. And we're good. It would be nice if we could find like an amulet coin or something. Get as much money as possible. Let's grab this item up here. It's going to be an adamant orb. I don't know what the chances are that we got a second adamant orb. This is for Dialga, right? Yeah, held by Dialga boosts the power of dragon and steel type moves. So it's... if we ever happen to get two Dialgas, which I highly doubt we ever are, but one can dream, we'll have two adamant orbs for both Dialgas. Man, there's so many encounters in this game. Take like 3 steps, there's another Pokemon. We're also going to need that money for repels. Got a TM for roar. Probably never going to use that. There's a empty space at the top right here. See if there's any hidden items. If I can ever make it over there. Can't wait till I buy some repels. Okay, there's nothing up there. Another trainer battle. Alright, Pokekiss is scary. Level 10. You are going to swap because it might have Aura Sphere. I guess the electric type would make the most sense here, because Togekiss should be part flying. And I'll hold off on the speed up here because we are getting a little bit higher up with the levels. Air Slash, alright. Thundershock. It does have Aura Sphere, so it's a good thing we switched. Could have lost aggro on there, potentially. Does a lot of damage. We probably would have definitely lost aggro on there. It is super effective, and it still does almost nothing. I don't have any healing items. I should have bought some. I'm gonna go for another Thundershock. What's it doing? I have no idea what move that is. That's kind of scary. I don't know what it just did. We did get the para. That's huge. I don't know what it was doing. I'm trying to think of a good switch-in. Just because I don't know what it was doing. Well, I'm stupid. It used Air Slash before it could kill me right now. I may have just made a huge misplay. I don't know what move it's going for. Okay, it's paralyzed. We could have just gone for Thundershock. I'm gonna... we don't have anything to take it down, do we? I don't... Tackle's not gonna kill it. Let's go back into Flaffy. Just because I don't know what it was charging up for. I don't know what move that was. Hopefully we can get a double para. We did. Very lucky. Go for the Thunder Shock again. Okay, we could have just killed it the first time, but I didn't want to risk it. I do need some healing items because I didn't realize I didn't have any. Been trying to save money so I can buy more Pokeballs. Let's see. There is a Pokemon Center right here, which is very fortunate. $1 million for a Slowpoke tail. I'm afraid not. What does he do if you say yes? Alright, he knows we don't have the money. Does something actually happen if you do have the money for that? Oh, I forgot we have Headbutt, so we can actually get an encounter this way. Okay, that's amazing. How should we do that? Just one Headbutt encounter? Does that seem fair? Just like for the whole game? Because I feel like it'd be kind of broken to do it for every route. Because I'd be getting like double encounters, which doesn't really seem fair. I think we'll just do one Headbutt encounter. Just do it now. Just so we can get as many Pokemon as we can early on. Might as well do it now because you never know, we could run into something completely broken and lose the Nuzlocke. Let's talk to this guy. They all like to talk about fishing. Oh, he is going to give us a rod, that's pretty good. An old rod. We can get some fishing encounters. And just so you know, if there is a town, say like with grass and water, I can only pick one or the other. I can't get two different encounters. Let's see. We got lure balls. More Pokeballs is great. Okay. Is it one lure ball or what are we looking at? Okay. 2 lure balls. I'll take it. Okay, so we only have 2 Pokeballs, so I'm definitely gonna have to buy more before we do a Headbutt encounter. And we're gonna have an encounter in the Union Cave as well. Is there a Pokemart down here? There is not. And we'll have to remember to come back once we have Rock Smash. Okay, this guy wants a battle. I did not think he was gonna want a battle. A Blaziken, but it's only level 6. I'm just gonna use Headbutt. Mud Slap does like nothing, so I'm not gonna touch it for right now. Meditite. Let's just stay in. Headbutt again. Easy Oko. Aggron was such a clutch encounter for us to get. Yeah, let's just stay in again. Let's not risk it. Headbutt and take it out. Alright. Easy trainer battle. Only issue is that we don't have any Pokeballs. We only have a few, and I don't really want to risk losing an encounter because of that. You gonna give me anything? Alright. Can't buy anything here. Because back in the olden days, Pokemarts were connected to Poke Centers. I don't know why I forgot the name of a Poke Center. Let's just head back to the previous city real quick and grab some Pokeballs. Marshtomp would have been a great encounter. Though the quad weakness to grass is very scary. So I don't know if it's worth the risk. It'd be hard Pokemon to lead off with just because you'd always be worried that the other trainer would have, say, a grass type and a shadow tag or something. Because abilities are random in this game. So you never know what you could run into. We're already back at the previous city. And let's buy some Pokeballs real quick. We've got $2,600. We're just gonna buy 10 Pokeballs. We can get the Premier Ball for free. Alright. Down to barely any money. We will have to get some more from our mom later. Just because she is saving some of it. Speed up back down to the next part of the game. And hopefully you guys don't mind me using speed up like this. I assume you would rather see me speed up rather than actually sit here through all the different encounters. But unless you don't want me to do that, just let me know. Always consider doing different things for this Let's Play. Version, haven't seen that yet. And because there's just an insane amount of wild Pokemon popping up. And until we're able to afford some more repels, it probably just seems like we should be doing that. So we'll heal up one more time, and then we will get our headbutt encounter. Or should I wait since we don't have many Pokeballs? Maybe, let's do the cave encounter first to see what we find. I don't know if it's worth doing the headbutt just quite yet. Alright, let's get our next encounter in Union Cave. See what we get. Alright, our next Pokemon on our team is going to be a Wobbuffet. Pretty not so good Pokemon, if I'm being honest. It does have counter, which could come in clutch at some point. I really don't think it's going to for us. Not really a Pokemon I want to have in a Let's Play. That is going to do some damage. I should be more careful. Wobbuffet can like really end a run though, honestly. You just saw there, I'm not even really thinking that it's going to do double damage. I can't remember if I have Thunder Wave. See if we have Thunder Wave real quick. Mirko and counter, a very scary combination. Tackle should be fine, shouldn't do too much. Yeah, we're good. Counter is scary, gotta be careful with that. That does 18. Let's just go into a weaker Pokemon just to be safe. You just have Tackle. Yeah, we'll just go Tackle with Leafeon. And hopefully that puts it in the red and we can just start chucking some balls at it. Not the greatest Pokemon. Counter could come in clutch at some point, but it's very dependent on how the battle is going. Let's toss some Pokeballs. The only bad thing about losing mine in last episode is that we don't have Thunder Wave anymore. Hopefully Flaffy does learn that soon. Not sure when it does exactly. It shouldn't be too difficult of a Pokemon to catch. And there we go. And I think a great name, as if you couldn't tell, we're doing the fast food chain themes. Since Wobbuffet has the word buffet in it, we're going to name it after a buffet place and we're going to do CC's. I don't know if it's worth keeping this Pokemon in the box or if we should send it on, or excuse me, I don't know if it's worth keeping in our party or if we should keep the egg in our party instead. I feel like we should keep the egg. Or maybe I guess I could always just use speed up and try to hatch the egg. You know, running really fast in circles. I could check the status of the egg real quick, but let's see Wobbuffet's ability. Maybe it has some sort of use to us. After we heal up real quick. Alright. Wobbuffet is going to be in the PC, so let's take a look at it. This should be the death box. Wobbuffet should go in box 1. Okay, there we go. So there was our first death of the series last episode. Wobbuffet has shed skin. May heal its own status brown, so not too bad. It does have Destiny Bond. I had no idea it had Destiny Bond. Okay, well, we got really lucky that we didn't lose anybody. We're just gonna keep Wobbuffet in the box right now. Let me check the status of the egg. I don't think it's anywhere close to hatching. Let's see here. It doesn't seem close. I don't think Wobbuffet is really necessary at this point, and I don't know when I'd even use it in battle. But for now, just to get the egg closer to hatching, we're gonna keep Wobbuffet in the PC. And let's try to get a headbutt encounter, because I only took one Pokeball for Wobbuffet. Let's stick with Aggron for now and see what we encounter. Use headbutt. This will be our one and only headbutt encounter. See what Pokemon we find. Did you not find a Pokemon? Okay, never mind. I thought you found a Pokemon when you do headbutt. Alright, so we'll skip that for now. That's my bad. I didn't realize that. I remember one of the Pokemon games, it might have been Black and White or Black and White 2. They had those little hidden areas like in the grottos that you could go to. Monferno would have been so much better to get, in my opinion. Fortunately, we didn't. I can't complain. Aggron was a huge get for us. Maybe I should switch out to someone else because Aggron is getting a little bit high with the level. Let's go to Laffy up front. And we'll switch out if we need to. Got another item right here. Luxio. I know Luxray isn't the greatest Pokemon, but I love it. A Safari Ball, so another Pokeball is great. Could have also gotten a Graveler. I don't know if we go north or south in this cave. Let's go this way for now, fight this guy. See what level his Pokemon are and know if we should need to skip any trainers. One Pokemon and it's a Nidoran male. Level 12, level 11, so we're fine right now. Focus energy is a little bit scary. We should be fine because it's not using any moves. Alright, level 13 for Flaffy. $352. Looking good so far. I think even if, say, we are supposed to go down in this cave, I'd just go up just to see if there are any more items and to fight as many trainers as possible. Just because all the money we can get, we need all the money we can get in a Nuzlocke like this. Nidoqueen for low kick, or double kick, not bad. Got the Para, Bonsley. Time for Remoraid to finally get into a battle and use Water Gun. It did a lot more than I thought it was going to do. And we already almost lost Remoraid. I wasn't really thinking a Bonsley would do that much damage. Kind of forgot about Flail. Okay. Let's see. We'll fight this guy down below. A Cynical would have also been amazing. Seen a lot of starters so far. Alright. The Viper. Not too crazy. It's a Viper that starts Hail. That's pretty funny. Alright. We did just get Thunder Wave after just talking about it. Ponyta. We'll go... I don't know if it's worth risking Remoraid. We'll just stick with Thunder Shock for now. Okay, Remoraid would have been fine. I should have bought some potions. Let's see. Another berry. So many berries. Like what is it? Been like 80% of my items have been berries or adamant orbs. It would even be like 90%. I don't even know if we've gotten a few Pokeballs. And I really need some repels soon. Also need to get some potions. Let's go this way. Get this item. A Thunderstone. If we ever find a Pikachu, that could be useful. Otherwise, or if we do get an Eevee, that could also be good to get a Jolteon. Maybe we can get an all Evolution team. Chikorita. A lot of starters. We've seen Monferno, Chikorita, and Cyndaquil all in the same route. Alright. A Gallade that is a little bit more scary. Confusion, we are confused. Alright, so we gotta be a little bit more careful now. We'll go into... I need to quit using speed up so much. I'm making very careless decisions. Hopefully Headbutt can land. Double team twice is scary, but we do take out Gallade with a crit. Level 15 for Taco Bell. Metal Claw, pretty good. I don't see us ever really using Harden. I guess it could be good if we're just stalling with healing items. I don't really want to play that game, honestly. It was kind of like cheating to me if I was to do that, but... Not to say that you can't if that's how you have to win a battle, but I try to avoid it at all costs. Let's switch out into someone with more HP. Get Leafeon out front. Hasn't had too much action in this episode. Mostly because its move pool is terrible. As of right now, literally our only physical move is tackle. We have an item down here. I believe another berry. Wow. So this should be a new route up here. I am going to go back real quick just to see if there are any items up ahead. You know, with that guy that was blocking the way downstairs. Just because I think it is worth the check. If he is blocking the downstairs, it's probably something worth going after. And somehow we're not encountering any Pokemon. Okay. Let's fight this guy. An Ariados. Snow warning again. Wow. Been seeing a lot of stuff happen twice in the series. Tackle isn't going to do too much, but Constrict does almost nothing. Okay. Yeah, we should be fine unless this Arios whips out something crazy. Poison Sting is fine. And Leafeon does get the next level. Alright, let's see what's down here, if anything. Just another level. Okay, we got an item, and we found Gastro Acid. I have not heard of that move in a while. What does it even do? Eliminates the effect of the foe's ability. Okay. It's pretty interesting. Could be good. Especially if a Pokemon has huge power or something, but it may already be too late at that point. Anything up here? Another item, so it's definitely worth coming down here. A green shard. Alright. We're gonna head back down and out of the cave. Snorlax, love Snorlax. Great Pokemon. The shiny is terrible, but the Pokemon itself is great. Alright. If you guys are enjoying the series so far, please make sure to give it a like. I'd greatly appreciate that. Just to let me know that you want the series to continue and that I think I should just keep going on with it. I have a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you guys do too with watching it. Speed up through all these encounters. We should get a new encounter in just a couple minutes. Eldum would have been very difficult to evolve, so not too upset about what we got here, even though it was just a Wobbuffet. Route 33 should be a completely new route. I'm gonna double check so I don't accidentally cheat. If I do ever cheat by accident, I will try to punish myself or come up with some sort of punishment, probably just releasing the Pokemon. Route 33, we've had 30, 31, 32, the cave, which we got, and now we're on Route 33. The last route before making it to the next city. She doesn't look like she wants to battle. Okay, let's see who we want to send out front. We are having we do have a few Pokemon with not much health. Can we just walk over the next city, or do we have to fight people? We would have to dodge him. Let's just go below. Is the next city just right? Okay, it's right here. So we'll go through. We'll come back and get this encounter in just a second. But yeah. Go through this dialogue with Team Rocket. We should be able to get another encounter in the Slowpoke well. I might save that for the next episode, I'm not too sure yet. Let's go up here and heal, see if we can buy anything else like healing items or Pokeballs. Just so we can try to maximize our chances of getting another Pokemon added to our team. And hopefully it's something better than a Wobbuffet. And if I ever do encounter a Pokemon that I've already caught before, there's a thing called Dupe's Claws, so if it's the same Pokemon, I can re-encounter in the same area. So for example, if I found another Wobbuffet down here, because I caught it earlier, I could re-encounter. Let's get our next encounter right now. Our next encounter is going to be Eradicate. Very non-exciting encounter. A normal type. Not a huge fan of using normal types on my team just because you're never going to have a super effective move, unfortunately. With Stab, but we will catch it just for Dupe's Claws like I was talking about just a second ago. Alright, a little bit of speed up right now. Did miss the tackle. I didn't notice, is it? Okay, we crit it anyway. So no Raticate for us. I don't know what the chances are of getting another crit on a Pokemon that I was about to catch. Let me make sure these aren't randomized. I don't think they are. Okay, good. So that'd be kind of broken if those are randomized to actual items. We'll fight this guy real quick, and then we'll go on over to the next town. We'll lead with... yeah, we'll just stick with Leafeon and have to switch out if we need to. Fight this guy to get some more money. Yeah. So far it's been a pretty successful episode. We've got one new Pokemon, and we haven't lost anybody, which is always good. Armaldo. We will definitely be switching here. The rain is kind of annoying. Not really affecting us too much. I don't remember, is Armaldo... I'm bad with typings with Armaldo. It's like a Pokemon I kind of forget even exists. Okay, double kick doesn't do anything. We're just gonna spam double kick. Just gonna keep hardening. That's fine. Does anything else do any more damage? Poison Sting does nothing. This is a little bit scary. Yeah, so everything's resisted. He might not have any other moves other than Harden and Mud Sport. Okay, it does have Scratch. It does only 5, so we're fine. Just gonna keep spamming double kick. There we go. Armaldo down. Drowsy. We don't have anything super effective for that I know of. We'll get Remoraid in here, and then switch out just so we can get some experience for it. Hypnosis, that's very annoying. Go for Thundershock. Okay, looks like I might just have Hypnosis and Pound, that's fine. And Confusion, doesn't do all too much, and there we go. Next trainer down. And it's the last trainer of Route 33. He wants to register us in the Pokegear, which is fine by me. I'll probably never talk to these people again anyway, but you know what, if he wants it, he can have it. Alright, so we will get to there at some point. We're going to heal up again real quick. And probably talk to everyone in this town and decide if there's anything we have to buy before we wrap up this episode. Nothing here for us. I am kind of curious what ability that Raticate did have. I don't think it was anything too good because I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, let's check these houses real quick before we wrap up. I don't think anyone has anything here all too exciting. He's blocking the gym, so in the next episode we're gonna have to do the Slowpoke well, as well as the gym leader, so we're gonna have a lot of action-packed stuff in that episode. I know a big part of this game is with this guy. Okay, so he leaves. He's going towards the Team Rocket area. I don't really need to get that. Anything in the mailbox? Anything we can take? Nope. Alright, so there's nothing else here other than the Slowpoke area with Team Rocket. Let's see what they sell at the Pokemart right now. You have anything for me? Nope. Do you have anything for me? Nope. Okay, what's this person even sell? A Heal Ball and a Net Ball. Heal Ball could be good at some point. Not right now. See, we only have 2200. See what other items we got here. We can buy the repels, but I think it's more important just to save the money right now. Potions. Super potions are 700, which is quite a bit, honestly. So we'll hold off on buying anything else for now. I'll just use speed up and run back to the Pokemon Center if we have to heal. We should be fine to not have to heal in battle just quite yet. Yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for today's episode. We've been for at least a half hour now. We'll probably wrap it up there, and then in the next episode we will tackle the Slowpoke part of the game. as well as hopefully fight the gym leader and win. But yeah, if you did enjoy this episode, please make sure to give the video a like and leave a comment down below answering the question of the day if you like. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.